This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers. Thank you very much for tuning into my channel. Please subscribe and hit the notification button for any up-to-date immigration news. And if you have any immigration problem or you would like immigration advice, please do not hesitate to contact me and I'll do my best to help you. Today I'm going to be talking about the Home Office's attempts to remove people from the United Kingdom, which seem to be increasing. Indeed, it appears that the Home Office are now attempting to detain and remove more people from the United Kingdom than they have been recently. We've picked up and have heard word from lots of different sources that the Home Office are planning deportations to several countries over the next few weeks or months, including Jamaica, Kenya and Albania. These can often be by charter flight and hard to stop. This fits with the government's hostile environment and puts those that are in the UK without a visa or a visa application at risk of arrest, detention and removal. So therefore, if you're in the United Kingdom and you don't have a visa and you have no outstanding application, I would strongly advise that you get good immigration advice as soon as possible, as obtaining such advice and trying to prevent yourself from being removed after being detained is very difficult, very stressful for everybody involved, can cost far more and is uncertain. Sources inside the Home Office have confirmed that there are several flights planned, and it is therefore clear that it's a very dangerous time to be in the UK without leave, or at the very least without a pending application. I'll give you an example, and this example is by no means exceptional. One client in particular had to miss a routine reporting appointment recently due to his ill health. And rather than just advising the Home Office that he could report at his next scheduled appointment, the Home Office started calling him up every day and asking them to come in. Indeed, when he didn't, they then turned up at his house. Though for his sake, he was lucky enough not to be in, as otherwise, in my view, he would have likely been detained. It's clear that what the Home Office are trying to do is round up as many people as possible. These are people that are detainable and removable. Usually it tends to be single men, and they form the majority or a large majority of those that are in the country undocumented. Detain them and then remove them if they can on a charter flight. Now, the difficulty with if you are detained, stopping yourself from being removed if you've been put on a charter flight is that you can't simply put in an application for leave to remain, then lodge a judicial review application and expect to be released, because the Home Office has special guidance when it comes to charter flights, and this is that they will only generally cancel the removal if there is an injunction or the court orders that the removal is stopped. And obviously that this is, firstly, it's uncertain. If the case isn't prepared properly, it's not likely to succeed. And lastly, and this is something that I'm often asked by judges when seeking last minute injunctions, the judge will ask the question, well, why has the person only made the application after they've been detained and not before? And often it's very hard if there isn't a good reason to provide such a reason. And I know in the past that I've had applications for injunctions refused solely on the basis that the person just didn't bother to put the application in earlier and left it until they were detained. So it's necessary to be warned. If you are in the country and you don't have any papers, you don't have any documentation, then this is a very dangerous time. The government has just passed the new Immigration Act. Priti Patel is very keen to show that she's not a failure as the Secretary of State of the Home Department. And the best way of showing that is to show that she's removing lots of people on chartered aeroplanes back to countries of origin. It looks good for the press, it looks good that she can report it to the right-wing newspapers and video, who knows. But it does provide her with a wonderful public relations opportunity, one that could be prevented for certain people who have good cases if they come forward and make the application rather than remain in hiding. So therefore, if you don't have valid leave now, contact me, or if you don't want to contact me, contact another immigration lawyer, a reputable one, as it appears that Priti Patel's Home Office is doubling down on the hostile environment rather than lessening it, and is trying to get rid of as many people as possible. All the while, and this sticks a bit in my throat, while pretending to welcome refugees and doing everything it can to assist those that are fleeing the war in Ukraine. As I've said before, it seems a little unfair that where the UK goes into a country and ruins it, such as Afghan or Iraq, people are penalised for coming into the country illegally because there's no other way. Whereas from Ukraine, the government seems to have bent over backwards to help people come here. That's not a bad thing, but I'm just saying it should be applied across the board to every country, not just countries that the government picks and chooses, apparently at random. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do be warned. The Home Office are taking steps. They are detaining people. They are seeking to remove people, and I believe they have removed people recently. Thank you again. This is Paul Turner, the Immigration Barrister at Imperium Chambers.